Hello, Divine Feminine, and welcome to your power message for Wednesday, wonderful Wednesday. Sending you so much love. Now, I do feel there's a lot of Ascension symptoms around the masculines again today. So they really have been going through it a little bit in the physical self lately. And if you've been experiencing that too, remember to call on Archangel Raphael, because he will help you to feel more at peace with what you're going through, to know you are safe and there's nothing scary going on. And it'll also help to allow you to move through the symptoms quicker or allow them to pass. You know, as a channeler, when you experience the symptoms and then you express them, they clear very quickly. But until you do that, they linger around. And I know a few of you right now have got YouTube channels and, you know, you are sharing your own messages. And I feel there's a big message coming through today that you have a message to share with the world, to talk about your own journey and your perspective of it. So that may be starting a platform, starting a channel, recording a video, or sharing a post through Instagram or Facebook, or starting a group of some kind. I feel this is what you're being guided to do, or to be around more like-minded people. Maybe you're new to this channel and you found us today. If you have, welcome, welcome. You know, you are in a safe place. So it's about understanding what you're feeling and experiencing and how you are being guided to share those experiences with the world. And if you're feeling any cold symptoms, flu, blocked nose, blocked throat, it's connected with your masculine today. So breathe through it and know that this too shall pass. Especially if you're having headaches or you're feeling tired or a bit drained, this too shall pass. So let that be your mantra today. Whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. And it's the same with if the masculines are acting a bit cold or the separation or things are up and down, this too shall pass. So trust the power of the love to conquer all. So I'm going to bring in the Angel cards by Diana Cooper today, straight out. So the energy we've got coming through, first of all, is imagination. We've also got creativity and serenity. Now, this is really powerful because this is the energy of creation. And we've got that full moon energy, which we've all been experiencing. It's caused heavy symptoms, energy of release, but it's also created the feeling of the new with the worm moon, which is connected with fertility and soil and creation. So our imagination is our garden. Our imagination is our canvas that we can create with. And we can create to feel peaceful. So the message here is very clear. If you get nervous, focus on service. If you're struggling with anything, use your imagination to create things the way you want them to be and allow that to bring in peace. Or you may be having ideas coming to you today that are very creative that you want to put into place or create things. You want to do things, goals, dreams, you know, things like they're giving me, for example, sometimes a deck of cards will pop into my mind. So that's an idea. And I set that out into the universe with my imagination, the intention of creating that deck. And then the creativity comes in. The angels give me everything I need to create the deck. And it's always a very peaceful experience. So when you're powerful and in your power, what you're creating will feel very good to you. It will create serenity. It will create peace. So you know whether you're creating the good or the bad by the way you feel. For example, you know, if you're feeling bad about something you're doing, then you know it's not the right thing to do because that's your inner guidance system speaking to you. You know it's not working for you because it's not bringing in peace. And this can be when we're overgiving and we're stressed out and we just feel whatever we're doing, whatever we're trying to create, it just isn't working. Yet the things that do feel good to us usually flow very easily and we get excited. We want to put the work in. We want to put the hours into those things. We want to put the hard work in because we know we're going to get the results and it feels good. And I feel this is a message as well, not only for visualizing the things you want, but at work. You know, if you're loving what you're doing and it brings peace to you, you're on the right path and it's part of your purpose and mission, even if it isn't exactly the way you want it to be. Because they give me a little bit of a, not even a blocked throat for you, it's more block in communication. So you may not know how to express what you want to do or how to put this into words. But the angels will give it to you. They'll channel it to you. They'll create it with you. You are not alone. And I feel Archangel Gabriel with you today. So I want to bring in a message as well from Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. What are the divine feminines creating today? Or what's happening? Wow, look at this. Open your heart to love. So you are opening up to what you love. And this may be opening up to your twin. I really do feel communication ahead. But this is about you opening up to the things you love to do. The things you are inspired to do through your mind and your imagination and your heart. The things you want to create that bring peace into your life. And also remember that you are a great manager. You are a great agent. So this card came up not long ago. And remember I said you're an agent of love. You're an agent of the light. Doing things you love to do. This is you managing your schedule and managing your time effectively and spending it where it makes you feel good. But also you're a good manager of others. You may be a manager at work right now. You are strong and a leader. And I love that we've got the lady in there as well, because it's showing you female leaders. And we are feminines. Not all of us are female. I know that obviously there's guys who are feminines too. And I know some of you are watching. But this is about you taking control. I'm seeing this as divine feminine power. Things are not how they once were. Where women weren't equal. And now we are equal. And this is about the journey being equal or equalized. So Gabriel is saying the more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the thing you're being guided to do, the greater their life force energy. And this is the same with things you're affirming. If you're affirming, I'm in a wonderful, loving relationship, it's the feeling that creates it. It's that feeling when you pour that love into it and you experience it in that way that makes it happen. So be your own agent or manager today. Manage your time effectively. Make sure you're giving your time where it feels good and what you do. And they give me fear and releasing fear. Your work expands its reach as you partner up with a professional who can help you. Now, the professional who can help you today is Archangel Gabriel or Archangel Orion, the angel of dreams, or Archangel Ariel, the angel of material support and resources. But everything begins in the mind. So use the affirmation, I picture positive outcomes for the highest good. I picture positive outcomes. So the message is, thoughts are the building bricks of your life. For everything begins with a thought. Add creativity to thoughts and you have imagination. Every outside starts as an inside. So every castle starts as a castle in the air. So every outside, everything you create on the outside starts inside of you. Every castle creates a castle in the air. And there's a song, Tell Me Why, is it Castles in the Sky? It's a 90s tune, very cool. So this image is then grounded by architects and builders. So in other words, everything we think about, we create. They're showing me people like great artists and, people like Leonardo da Vinci, or people like artists, or builders, architects who have a vision in the mind and then they create it. And what's the saying? Rome isn't built in a day, or Rome wasn't built in a day. So you can't rush these things. We have to give them the time to create. The angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life that you want. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intentions and open doors to help you. And we've been talking about doors opening over the last few days. And this is also doors to work, doors to goals, dreams. So I definitely feel, there's new jobs on the horizon for some of you, new projects, and the doors are open, especially if they felt shut, around the new year, Christmas time. These doors are open now and you know it. The angel wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcome and be certain that you have the purest intentions. And then imagine your dreams and start the process of creation. So remember, if you go there in the mind, you go there in the body. Thoughts become things. So update your vision board, put things in your creation box and use your imagination to the best of its ability. And they give me the word visibility by seeing it to understand it. So to create it. So, we do say we have to believe it to see it. But they're also showing me we have to see it to create it. So we see it in our mind and we know it's the truth. We know it's what we desire. And that's where the creative process comes in. The angels suggest that you explore your creative potential now. Creativity is an energy for adventure and change. It may herald a new idea, inspiration for a book, or an artistic vision or a new project. So I definitely feel there's people here who want to write a book or create art or start a new project or having new ideas. You're being guided what to do. Let your imagination flow, and if you do not know how to channel the force, you may feel restless or dispirited. So if you know you've got something you want to do, you're going to feel restless. You may even be having gas, because when we have gas, okay, or we fart, it's because we're holding things in that we want to create. We're feeling like our creative expression isn't being expressed from us, so it gets expelled in a different way. So ask your angels to help you direct your creative energy towards something worthwhile. The angel wisdom reminds you that you are a co-creator with the divine. Use your power with wisdom and joy. So channel any emotions or energy towards creativity today. So, if you're feeling angry, use that anger to create something. If you're feeling emotional, use that emotion to create something. Call on Archangel Gabriel to be your guide, and that will bring in peace. When you're creating, he brings in peace. And you know this, like if you get, a colouring book and you're mindful, with your colouring, those colouring books, and it's just very peaceful. Or if you're writing your journal or writing gratitude or, healing, it's all a form of peace. It's how we bring in peace. So the message today is use your imagination and open your heart to love. And then you're being guided what to do and how to serve and where to go. And that brings in peace. So if it feels good to you, if it feels peaceful, it's the right thing to do. For example, my event, when I think about being on that stage, I don't feel fear. I feel at peace because I know it's the right thing to do. And, a few people have said to me, aren't you scared? Don't you feel a bit nervous? But I don't. It'll probably come on me the day of the event itself. But I don't. I feel at peace because I know it's the right thing to do. Now, if I felt scared and anxious and agitated, I would probably not be doing the right thing or not doing it at the right time. And that's how you know it's right for you, because it feels peaceful. It feels good while you're doing it. It feels like part of you. So if you pick up a deck of cards and it feels like part of you, it's because it is. Serenity becomes inner peace, or it bestows inner peace, but it becomes inner peace because when we calm our mind and we're around serenity, in other words, we're around an environment that feels good, it feels peaceful, it feels nice, calm, that brings in this feeling of inner peace, and it brings in tranquility and calmness of mind. When you feel serene, you are your own person. You fear nothing. For nothing and no one can bother, upset or influence you. And you're being reminded of that too. Nothing can affect you without your own permission. So that's liberating when you get that. So don't let anything affect you today. Don't take anything personally today. Rise above. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings hope and support to those who come within your aura. And they're showing me the swan. Again, this feeling like, you need to cough things up there and speak the truth. And when I'm connecting with that, I'm connecting with the divine masculine, because he wants to move towards you when you're in a more peaceful vibration. So when you're feeling volatile, divine feminine, and struggling, yes, you may be picking up on what your twin is going through, but you're also creating a disharmony. There's no serenity there. But when you are at peace and you're enjoying you, and they give me this block there, and you feel like you're healing communication issues and struggles, you feel better. So your masculine is more likely to approach you because the energy is approachable. It's like the swan. They show me the swan on the lake. A swan on a lake looks very peaceful and beautiful and approachable. But when they stand up, they're scary sometimes, they're strong, they're showing the power. So remember, things are not always what they seem. But this is you knowing that you can handle your emotions the way the ocean creates the calm. As you become deeply serene and still, you connect to the higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing. So you can do this through meditation. Maybe today's a day you want to meditate and receive answers. When we pray, we ask. When we meditate, or when we are in a calm energy, we receive. Quietly ask your angels to hold you in serenity and affirm, I am still, I am serene, I am calm. All is well. There is tranquility around me. I enjoy my creative powers and I use them for my highest good. And I picture positive outcomes for the highest good of all. So I feel today you're going to be focusing on service and mission, and you're going to be feeling good. I'm going to bring in the Divine Feminine Message Tarot as well. I've got it here. Nearly forgot to use it, so it come into my awareness there. So things come into your awareness at the right time. So what do you need to know today as a Divine Feminine? What do you need to know? And you may be thinking about what's next or what's the next step. So the message is, I am feeling creative and passionate about my goals. So that's the energy you're in today on this wonderful Wednesday. You're feeling creative. You're feeling passionate about your goals. You want to work on yourself. So I feel today your twin isn't as important to you as your own things, which is the way it should be. Your twin is important to you, obviously, but don't let them rule your life or your emotions. Don't spend your life thinking about them and letting them control everything. Because we do sometimes revolve our life around our twin, and we have to remember who we are and what we want and what we need. So this is really self-love. So say today, I am feeling creative and I am passionate about my goals, and you'll be guided what to do. I now know why it could never work out with anyone else, and that sometimes scares me. So this may be the fear that you're going through. What if? What if I never get with my twin and I'm alone? What if I never feel this way again about anybody? What if? You're being reminded you can't miss out on what's meant for you. And I'm learning to observe my thoughts. So in the delays, which are necessary, you observe. You observe your thoughts, you heal them, and you become the master of them. Are you going to let your fear master you, or are you going to master your fear? And we've been singing and dancing the last few days, so it's really exciting to see what this energy is. Look at this. Clear away clutter. Clear away clutter. So again, we've got this energy of clearing things out, freeing things up. This may be what you're being guided to do. Because you've put things out into your creation box or into your vision board, or you've put things into your vortex, and the guidance is clear things away. Have a clear out, especially if you feel there's clutter around or your mind feels cluttered. So your inner drive for orderliness, or, this is about control sometimes, comes from your inherent knowledge of energy flow. You can feel the difference when you're in a clean room versus a messy one, sensing the effect of disorder in your closet, desk, garage, cupboards, or other areas. Organisation is a way of streamlining your thought processes so that it's not an uphill battle to get dressed, find a paper, or fix something to eat. And that's the truth. Now, for me, I struggle a bit with that because, I like things clean and tidy and organised because I'm a Divine Feminine, we all do. And I do get stressed out if things aren't where I've put them, or I want them in a certain way, or if I don't have time to tidy up. And I do like the bed made and the curtains opened and all these things. And, I've got this room in the house, which is my office. George has got his room in the house, it's like this room, but it's upstairs. So he's got half of the room as his office and half of the room as his gaming room. He's also got his wardrobe in there because, I've got a little kind of dressing room. We've got the bedroom. The bedroom is just for the bed and ourselves. Because in there we relax, we share love, and that's what we do in the bedroom. We don't want to make it about a television or clutter. We just have ourselves in there. And so we need other space. So I have my dressing room. It's only a little tiny kind of box room, but I've got in there all my wigs and I've got my clothes and, all my bits. I've got a dressing table. That's where I get ready in there. George has got his room. So he's got his office and his gaming room. And a lot of the time, it's just a mess in his room. because masculines can be messy because they need to take control of that in their lives and plan. And, when I go in there, sometimes I get stressed out by the clutter. But he seems to be fine in there. Every now and again, he'll give it a blitz and tidy it up. But I think it's not my job to pick up after him. I'm not his mother. Even though there's an age gap, sometimes I feel that I want to do these things. But I think, no, he's got to learn. And, that's his space. So it doesn't really affect my space, but I can get stressed out by it. And, it can bring up fears. And it's the same, they're giving me my emails. And I know so many of you will resonate with this because, many of you wonder how I reply to emails so quick. Okay. And the reason why is because I am a planner. And if someone emails me, I want to reply. I don't want to leave things sitting in my inbox. I have kind of orders in my email. I have different folders. So, if someone wants to book a reading, it goes into a certain folder. If I know what I've got to do, it goes into another folder. I have lots of folders. So I know exactly what I'm doing with my emails. So my inbox is usually clear because I'm constantly in there sorting it out. And that's how I do it. It's the same with my comment section. I keep up to date. Now, George, on the other hand, doesn't do that. So he'll go like a day and then he'll check his comments or... and he puts the energy into that, but he's more laid back about everything. His emails, is sometimes, he's got, thousands of emails, and I just couldn't cope with that. So I'm trying to make you understand how the masculine and feminine operate differently. And we can't understand sometimes why they do the things they do, but it's their journey. It's not our job to plan for them or change them or make them do things differently. It's their job to teach us that we don't need to be focusing on that. What we need to focus on is ourselves and our own things. So just another idea. Your masculine may be the same, or maybe it's the opposite way around, or maybe they're the one that are very tidy. So, you take this into your journey. The point I'm making is when we have clutter around, we don't feel very organised. And it can affect us. It can affect health and everything. And the masculines have to learn this. It's part of their journey to learn how to handle money, how to handle love, how to handle their situation. And they can have clutter in their minds, and that can create chaos in their physical world. However, there's a flip side to this, to which some people become so frustrated or fixated on. They get fixated. And they're giving me, it's like when you can't see things clearly. We get frustrated because we get fixated on it. So this is really where the feminine comes in, because we can become so fixated on order that we lose spontaneity. In some cases, tidying up is a delay tactic to avoid working towards life purpose and happiness. There should be a balance between everything, enjoying and needing organisation. And that's true, because as a divine feminine, we can overly do things and want things a certain way. And it was very hard for me, for example, when I went from being me and single into being me and union, because I'd lived on my own for so long. I got into a routine and I like things a certain way. And then someone coming into my energy and space, it was very disorientating. And obviously it was wonderful to have George there. I'm talking about the beginning. But, I get triggered by certain things because I was used to doing it my way. And George taught me that there is no my way. It needs to be our way. Just allow things to breathe. He's taught me to relax about so many things and to not have to control everything. And we learn how to let go of control as a divine feminine. So energy streams through physical structures in much the same way that water and air flow. When there are too many objects in an environment, that provides an obstruction. The effects of this blockage include physical fatigue, difficulty concentrating, increased appetite, and slow manifestation. We give you all this information to help to motivate you to clear the clutter in your home or other areas of your life. So other areas can be your car, it could be your mind, it could be the garden, clearing the clutter, getting rid of things that need to go. Even a minor change such as a cleaning out of a closet straightening a desktop or giving away any unwanted items will provide benefits. And as your energy increases through these small efforts, you'll find that you have the time and initiative for larger projects. So you may need to sort through your emails or tidy up your desktop on your computer or get things ready, get things in order so you can prepare, prepare for what's ahead, prepare for what's next. With me, for example, we're coming up to the tax season. So I've been sorting out and getting everything ready with my taxes. And I do keep on top of that all throughout the year anyway. So it's much easier to do, at the year end. But I know, for example, George will have to sit down and do it all. So again, it's about preparation. It's how we as feminines naturally prepare for things because that's who we are. And the masculines kind of have to catch up. So give them the room, space and time they need to do it their way. And don't feel like they have to do it your way because it's our way. And that's another thing they want you to know. It's our way. So see things from a higher perspective because it's not you and them. It's you are and us. Us. When you think of your twin flame, think of in us energy. You and them, us. Our. Our house, our life, our future. Because that's exactly what you're doing because you are one. So the thought for today is clear away clutter. And that may be the guidance step you're being guided to take. Clear away clutter, one area and object at a time. And that's true too. Doing one thing at a time, not trying to do 100 things at once. If I'm not using or don't love any items, I sell or donate them to someone who will benefit from them. I make the time to organise something in my life, and that small step yields big benefits. So having a clear out, giving things away, looking at things in your life, in your home and thinking, do I love these things? Are they serving me? And if they're not, then give them away or sell them. So find peace today through creativity. This may be an idea you want to create, something you want to do, something that's going to lead to happiness, joy, peace, even more money, more success, rewards. But also, this may be clearing out the clutter of your mind, clearing out the clutter at home, to bring in a more peaceful, relaxed environment to be you. And you have to be your own agent or manager sometimes to give you the time you need to do these things. If you think, I haven't got time to tidy up, make the time. Ask Archangel Metatron to give you the time and he will. So a great day for creative energy, power and truth. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.